Well, here's my story. As I was baptized Lutheran as an infant, I was Lutheran until I was about the age of 7, and then my mom became a Jehovah's Witness. I was a witness until I was about 18, and then I moved out. And then I would go back to the Lutheran church because I was not a Jehovah's Witness. I mean, not in that way. I mean, I'd love to be Jehovah's Witness, Yahweh's Witness. And I started going back to church, the Lutheran church, with my grandmother until she passed away. And then after that, I moved to Texas, and then I kind of just fell away from church altogether. I did work with a preacher guy down there, though, and he kind of got me talking and wondering a little bit about Jesus. I had many discussions with him, and kind of got me fired up a little bit, and started getting back into it a little bit, but then I started getting attacked by demons. We all know as the closer you get to God and Jesus, the devil doesn't like that. The preacher would pray for me, and then they'd go away for a while, but then it seems like the devil would come right back, especially when I showed that interest in Jesus. I managed on my own. Sometimes it was overwhelming. I didn't pray much, didn't really know how to pray or ask God for help. Pretty sure sometimes God was helping me, but I seldom gave any credit for it. I was basically, I thought I was a good person, trying to follow the Ten Commandments. Didn't break the major ones, but, of course, I'm a sinner. Moving ahead to August of last year, I was at a car show, and it's kind of like my hobby, and I was approached by somebody from this here very congregation. He came up to me and says, "Hey, can I pray for you?" I was like, "Yeah, you can pray for me." And that prayer, boy, it really stirred something up. He gave me a flyer and says, "Hey, we're having a little car show of our own at our church. You should attend." I was like, "All right." So time passed. It was about a month later, and kind of forgot about it a little bit. And I belong on a Facebook, and I'm a group with my car. And there was somebody in that group that wanted to do their father a solid and give him a birthday present, and give him a ride in a hot rod. So I was like, "Hey, I'll do it." And then it was on a Wednesday, and I'm like, "What? Just give him a ride." And then I remembered there was this car show here at the church, so I was like, "Hey, I'm going to head to the church, and it says it's a free meal." So I showed up, and then the same person who prayed for me introduced me to Pastor Scott and Justin, and they all got together, and we prayed again, and I could feel this tingling all up and down. Awesome. And Brother Scott says, "Are you ready to give yourself to Jesus?" And I was like, "I don't know. I'm having these feelings that I'm not quite ready, Probably feelings everybody's gone through, It's like I need to clean myself up. I need to go to church more. I need to maybe read the Bible a little more or whatever. But I'm not ready yet, no." So then I had some bad things, some addictions. Just wasn't ready to commit. Little did I know that that's exactly what I needed was to commit. I needed the help of Jesus. Guy can't do it on his own. Devil's pretty strong. He comes after you. Comes at you hard. Needed the help from the Holy Spirit. Then I knew that I needed to be baptized. John the Baptist baptized Jesus, so I knew it was very important that baptism should be in my future. So, still quite wasn't ready yet. I'm trying to do the condensed version because I could make a whole sermon out of what's going on here. John the Baptist, he didn't even feel worthy to baptize Jesus. Jesus wasn't a sinner. Anyway, I started to pray more after the car show, started getting closer, reading the Bible a little bit. And then September, October, November, mid-December, started getting a little closer and closer to Jesus. And then, as I said before, when you get closer to the devil, Jesus, the devil likes to step in and say, hey, we can't have none of that. He came at me hard. So hard that I was scared. I was like, anybody's experienced the devil and the demons, and it was something. One day it was so bad that I was like, I got to go to the Catholic Church about this. I went to the Catholic Church, and then he was like, well, there's really not much I can do for you until you become a member, but here's some holy water, crucifix, I'll pray for you. And that's all he could do until I become a member, and I'm like, I need help now, right now. So then I was like, well, a Lutheran church, that's where I was going before, right here, St. Luke's, downtown. I was baptized there, so I was like, I'll just go see him, go to the preacher there. And got there, and he told me to read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and that's all he had for me. And I'm like, I'm being attacked. This is not comfortable at all. So I was driving away from the Lutheran church, and I'm scared. I'm sweating bullets. I'm like, I'm being attacked. I was like, and then I remember this church. I was like, Pastor Scott. He's like, hey, if you got any questions or anything, just bring them on. I got them. I'll answer them. I won't even answer them from myself. I'll answer them from the Bible. So that meant a lot to me. So then we all prayed, and then I didn't know things. He pointed them out in the Bible. A person can cast out demons himself. Jesus has got all kinds of powers that you don't realize that he has, that he can help you with, and the Holy Spirit. So Pastor Scott goes, you ready to give yourself to Jesus? I was like, yeah, but not quite yet. I was like, I'd like to have that brother that prayed for me show up. He goes, I can call him. He's only 5 minutes away. He'll be right here. I was like, all right, call him up. And right there in the office, I gave myself to Jesus. That wasn't enough for Pastor Scott. He was like, you ready to get baptized? Got an opening coming up New Year's Eve, 4 days away. Yep. So I did, right there. Some of you witnessed it. It was highly emotional.